what's up, y'all? It's D, about to react to this video by Omizi. It's titled, The Rakai Drama is Getting Out of Hand. Oh, Lord, there's more? I already reacted to the backlash that he's been getting after the MrBeast event, but it looks like other things are taking place, and he might be the problem based on the thumbnail. It looks like he is calling someone out of their name. It says FUB. Let's see what's going on. Let's watch.
I can't hold this back. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. Mari, suck my ugly.
Oh my.
Shut the f up.
I was just defending him. I'm over it. I'm over it. You get what you get. He is so stupid. And I said this in the other video that I reacted to, that, you know, when he was calling people out of their name previously, I've definitely called him out when he's blatantly in the wrong, and you're already in the wrong. Why are you cursing this girl out?
That's why you did. That's what you get. You lost. And that's why you cried about it, too.
The same night of that shoot, after we ended, we went back to the hotel. It's brought to my attention, he called someone up and was like, oh, yo, how do you feel about Mari? They gonna be like, yeah, I like Mari, she cool. You gonna be like, I don't f with that. So this is not your first time calling me out my name. Did I ever call him out his name? No. Did I ever disrespect him? No. This isn't the first time him calling me out my name. How long is 17 gonna be able to be applied to him? Bro, when he turned 18, now what? People need to hold him accountable for his behavior. He's not a
That is valid. I agree with that. And I don't think that it should be used as an excuse that he's young. I think it should be considered, especially when he's, you know, being annoying, like being the annoying little brother, how he was holding up the L, you know, when the Spanish guy lost. It's like, okay. And it's like, in that case, you could be like, I mean, he's a stupid kid. Like, all right. Because it's not that serious. But when you're going this far and just demeaning, degrading, and disrespecting people just out the blue, like, it's like, all right, we're not about to use that as an excuse that, oh, well, you're only 17, so what? You know better.
500 viewer streamer. He doesn't have a small community. He has 20,000 people to like.
It says Rakai crashes out on Mari and makes fun of her for crying after being eliminated during MrBeast's $1 million challenge. Yeah, this is not cool. What the fuck, Rakai?
15,000 people watching it. This is not. You have to be some type of a role model.
But somehow the internet has fallen apart since the last time we talked about this. Who would have known that MrBeast's streaming video would mark the single moment that signified that streamers are so culturally different and don't belong in the same rooms as each other ever again? From the backlash of his shenanigans in the video, Rakai has seen himself wrapped up in not one but two controversies at this point. Somehow it's taken itself from racism now all the way to sexism and misogyny, and I'm sorry, but I've been waiting for these conversations to unwrap, and we have got to talk about these deeper underlying things that we continuously brush over in the streaming community. If you're new to this, please hit that subscribe button. It goes a long way. We don't get more subscribers on this channel, I'm gonna start taking that Rakai route and start spazzing out on people and going crazy and stuff like that. Now, back into the video. Now, this all stems from the MrBeast streaming challenge, where he gets his collective of streamers, puts them in a circle, and does his MrBeast thing. I'm not gonna cover it. I'm not gonna go into too much detail, rehashing all that stuff. If you haven't already, please watch that video and then come back. Do the 2-tap thing. Hell, pull it up on multiple devices. Spam up the views. But all I'm gonna say is, who would have thought that these moments...
She lost so easily. Come on,
Mari, I am so sorry. You're gonna make me cry.
Why is he mad at her for losing?
It's fine. It's fine.
Walk. Cry about it.
I don't understand calling her out her name because she lost.
Rakai baited you! The rolling was, he robbed me.
I do let whoever takes the win. Any means possible.
You're going back to screenshot. Ain't no way. Put out the throw.
See, this shit is like, okay, he's 17, he's stupid, it's not that deep. It doesn't warrant people, you know, being racist, calling him the N-word and monkeys. I stand behind that 1,000%. But
He's emoting on him.
We're facing to a 17-year-old kid facing a bunch of threats and other harmful acts on his life, his family's life, his friend's life, and everyone surrounding him.
I'm keep it buck, bro. I get hate often me, but it's levels to hate. It's niggas texting me, bro. And I'm gonna say GTA, Twitch, chill. It's niggas texting my phone and saying, I hope somebody shoot and your whole intestines blow up.
Yeah,
so you have no open casket. I'm seeing niggas saying, yo, if you ever go out the country and I catch you, I'ma kill you on everything I love. This nigga's calling me a hard. They got my mom's phone number, telling her that we know where you live. and you step out the house, I'm gonna kill you in GTA. Tylil getting death threats.
That's crazy.
Everybody in Chloe getting death threats.
That's
my
crazy.
nigga. Like, it's like, this shit is like unbelievable.
how is this Mari's
You know what I'm
fault?
I
saying?
think it's one thing to hear about and potentially talk about these things, but to
I'm
see
confused.
the impacts in real time of these, comments and threats that Rakai and his family members are facing is actually very disheartening. I know that there are going to be some people that say, hey, this is the internet, it's always been like this, none of this is new, etc., but that doesn't mean that it's something that we should just brush over. None of these conversations that we're going to have in this video means that we should just brush over them because they are a byproduct of the internet. I think that most people at some degree can understand what it's like to get 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 hate comments in a day or two span. Maybe they posted something online that accidentally went viral, invited a bunch of different people, and now people are talking about their looks, etc., and they've experienced that before. Now, what if you multiplied that by 100? These content creators are getting hundreds of thousands of tens of thousands of hate comments on a daily basis. And for the crowd that's saying, yo, just cut off the internet, don't scroll, do all these different things, it's going directly to their phone now. They're getting phone calls, text messages. It's absolutely disgusting. It's not something that you just build up a thick skin to. And I see that when I see Rakai's mom giving him a voicemail showing that, there's still support, there's still love, and there's still encouragement going on in this household. It almost comes to a near tear.
See, son, you carry this light that a lot of people don't understand. But if you know, you know. And don't ever let anyone dim your light. Okay, baby? I am so proud.
But girl, you need to step in because he's doing the fucking most. All right, this is nice, great parenting, encouraging words, cool. But he also shouldn't be talking to people like that.
You and I know
I'm still trying to figure out why Mari deserved any of that.
Call you and question you and all that, and that's just all because I want to see where your head is. And I know for a fact that you are unbothered. You are so unbothered. You are so free. And you are so sure of yourself. And I am so proud of you. Heavenly Father, I ask that you please continue to protect my son.
It is good to see that Rakai has some sort of strong, seemingly support system around him.
And then he cursed out people after that?
If I could offer a little bit of a tidbit here. It's okay to be bothered. I know his mom was saying that she knows that her son is unbothered and she knows her son way more than I do. But I think it's also safe to say that it's okay to be bothered by these situations because some of this borderlines reality. We know that people go to content creators' houses. We know that these words actually have impact. And we know that as we get into these places and spaces, you are subjecting yourselves to criticisms that you wouldn't be facing if you were in your community, but you're doing it for either the betterment of your career, for homeboy, for all these other reasons, ultimately opening you to be a target of public scrutiny.
Grow the fuck up. Racist people are using this as a reason to already be racist. Check the comments. I'm not reading these fucking comments from fucking... Bro, I'm good off that, bro. That's why I protect my energy in the first place, man. Racist people who are already racist are using this as a reason to continue to be racist.
Preach.
I think ultimately Rakai will learn to navigate this place and space better and better so he isn't front-facing in all these controversies.
Why are we focused on this still,
today
though?
is not that day. As more information has come out about the situation, we are learning about apparently some faults that Rakai has played in these situations. Now, again, this is not victim blaming in any way, shape, form, or fashion, and El Rubius himself would acknowledge that. But he does mention to his community and his audience that Rakai also does say some things about him that may have made him not be so innocent. It seems as though at some point Rakai says, go back to Mexico during the situation in which El Rubius was leaving the game because he was eliminated. Now, I do think that can be interpreted as a messed up thing to say. I do also understand his American ideologies and sentiments. El Rubius is a...
What? Amizi, what? How does that make any sense? That's racist, it's xenophobic, it's fucked up to say. What do you mean you can understand his American ideology? That's not an American ideology. That's a very ignorant, racist ideology. What are we talking about? You don't... And the fact that he said that prior to getting all the racism that he got, it's like... I'm not saying he deserved it, obviously, but... it's like, bruh. that also puts into perspective why the guy was like, move, and he was like really irritated with him also.
I do also understand his American ideologies and
That's not an American ideology at all. Why would you say that?
interpret it as a messed up thing to say. I do also.
And the fact that he said you can interpret that as a messed up thing to say, there's nothing to interpret. It's just blatantly a fucked up thing to say.
Understand his American ideologies and sentiments. El Rubius is a Spanish Norwegian streamer from Spain. Now, do I think that Rakai knows about Spain for real? No, not at all. Just being fair with you guys, I do not think so. Do I think that Rakai telling El Rubius?
That's irrelevant. We're not talking about the accuracy of geography here. We're talking about racism. Just like you have, racist people who see, someone Asian and be like, go back to China. They might be from fucking Japan. But it's not like, I get what they're saying because they don't really know, as far as like they don't know that he's actually from Japan. It's like, that's not the fucking point. The point is you just being racist and throwing out the first Asian country you can think of. And same thing he did here. So that's not cool.
To go back to Mexico was malicious in his intent? I do not think so. Do I think that Rakai knows about Spain for real? No, not at all. Just being fair with you guys, I do not think so. Do I think that Rakai telling El Rubius to go back to Mexico was malicious in his intent? I can't genuinely say. He might have legitimately thought he was Mexican from Mexico and told him to go back to Mexico.
Nah. I do not condone that. That's not cool for you to try to make it seem like that's okay. That's okay for him to say because he thinks that he just came from Mexico. What? He was being racist and being disrespectful. What are you talking about?
It's the last bit of bail that I can give Rakai because...
Come on, Meezy. I usually be agreeing with him, but he's way off here.
As he starts to address these situations and backlash that he is getting from the MrBeast game/stream, he is revealing...
I reacted to the first video that he put up, a couple days ago, actually. I haven't put it up yet. I'll probably put that video up at the same time I put this video up. Because on that video, I was way more on Rakai's side and being like, it's fucked up how he's being treated. I can't just put that video up now without putting this one up. So y'all gonna see 2 Rakai videos today because of that. Because I know that if I just put that video up, people gonna be like, well, you didn't see what just happened, so I gotta put both up at the same time. I do a lot of pre-recording, so there's that. I should have put it up already, but anyway. Yeah, but we gotta now consider both sides. He's wrong.
His self and his ignorance and immaturity more and more.
I can't hold this back. I gotta say it. I'm sorry. To everybody, fan, I'm sorry. Mari, shut the fuck. Listen, to the Maya girl. Wait, chat. Oh no, Mari girl. Mari. Suck my dick, you ugly bitch.
Oh my
fuck
God.
you. Cause that's what that was right there. Is fuck you. Because I'm looking back at the clips. I'm looking back at what she was saying and all this
And call somebody ugly.
bad energy and shit. I'm just like, wow. Fuck you, bitch. The fuck, I really actually.
And that's why you get what you get. Bye.
How the fuck with you and shit like that? Shut the fuck up, bitch. And that's why you get it. That's what you get. You lost. And that's why you cried about it, too. I ain't crying, nigga.
Yeah, maybe it's because I'm 30. I can't get down with that type of commentary. Rakai full out blast Mari, and blast is the nice version of what he said. I mean, he called her an ugly bitch, which I don't understand. I don't get it. Not that I'm saying it's because she is attractive or anything like that. I don't have a personal opinion on that. I'm saying at a certain point, some of these things don't need to be said. He's already had an incident where he's called another woman out of her name.
No.
Yeah, I called him out on this too.
You wanna know what I was gonna say? I'll say, listen, bitch, what's the coolest dick you ever sucked? Get the fuck off my dick. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that shit to her face, bro.
And from that, he claimed that he learned, that he shouldn't be calling people out of their name. I just don't get the need for...
I just hope, and I don't want to come for nobody's parenting, but I hope that his mom is also correcting him when she sees stuff like that as well. Because it's cool to give him encouraging words, but... why did your 17-year-old think it's okay to talk about women like this? I think that's very concerning. Like, once again, I don't know this lady. I don't want to come for her parenting too much, but like, I just have, 16, 17-year-old boys in my family, my cousins and whatnot, and they would never talk like this about women. Especially publicly and just being so open and comfortable, just, disrespecting women like this, they wouldn't because they have respect for their own mom and she taught them better. She raised them with to have manners. So it's like, what the fuck is really going on here?
Or the name calling in this instance. He claimed that it was based off of a clip where Mari reacted to what he was saying during the entire time she was playing Connect 4. And for what it's worth, I think that it's pretty harmless.
What did she say?
Not with the side edit! Not the side edit! Not the side edit!
I thought she had it.
Not the side edit! Not the side edit!
Mari, I am so sorry. You're gonna make me cry. Walk. Cry about it.
And with that, 7.
And he over here talking about some want. You was in my ear the entire time, Rakai! Talking about some, you didn't do it, you didn't do that, da-da-da-da, what is she doing, da-da-da-da, the whole time. Imagine having somebody in your ear like, you sound like a Tasmanian devil in my ear the whole time, respectfully.
That small reaction and commentary
And
and,
that
another
caused him to
smaller
curse her
one
out?
where she talked about how Rakai and Yana were up mad loud late at night one night was the only time that she had mentioned him post the Beast game. And in an instant in which Rakai should have been taking the high road, should have been displaying maturity, talking about a situation in which he was being attacked wrongfully for his actions on a live stream, he decided to then redirect the conversation to somebody else and do the same thing to somebody else. Now I know the saying that bullies are bullied people, but this ain't it. Like, full stop, this is not it. And when Mari responds, she echoes these sentiments, but opens up a very good conversation that I've been waiting to talk about online for a minute now.
The same night of that shoot, after we ended, we went back to the hotel. It's brought to my attention, he called someone up and was like, yo, how do you feel about Mari? They're gonna be like, yeah, I like Mari, she cool. You're gonna be like, I don't fuck with that bitch. So this is not your first time calling me out my name. You know what I could have done when I reacted to that video? I could have brought that up, but I didn't. When I didn't even know you said womp. And I think my reaction to that is valid because it's like, he was in my ear the whole time, distracting me the whole video, okay? Cool. He is like a Tasmanian devil. Did I ever call him out his name? No. Did I ever disrespect him? No. This isn't the first time him calling me out my name. He already called Cutie a bitch and disrespecting her event that she invited him to. Like what? How long is 17 gonna be able to be applied to him? It's bro, when he turned 18, now what? And this is not even coming out of like a area of like hate or anything for him. I was once a 17-year-old on the internet. I was annoying, but guess what? I'm not as annoying anymore, okay? Like, what the heck? That was an excuse for when I was...
And that's when I was giving him an excuse as far as age goes, is just for being annoying, let's be clear. But the disrespect, the calling people out of their name, and it's so interesting that when he's disrespecting women, he keep bringing up dicks as well. Like sucking dick, suck my dick. It's very disgusting. So no, that's not excusable whatsoever. I don't give a fuck if you 17, 7, whatever. Like, that's not okay.
Moderating people's chats and everything, and I was fucking being annoying. No one was like, but she's only 17. Stop. I don't give a fuck. I still got death threats. And it's still crazy how you went on stream after being like, yeah, I'm getting death threats, racism, everything, man. And then you did a 180 and you sent hate my way in front of 20,000 people. How does that make sense?
People came to the defense of Rakai. Many a streamer came to the defense of Mari as well. Somebody who is very well liked and respected in the streaming community. And for what it's worth, I think people also saw that what Rakai did was flat out wrong. Another female streamer, Jalan, came out and spoke about why he continues to be invited to these events. There has to be some sort of line that is drawn. This is excessive. Another streamer, Stable Ronaldo, talked about how this is a little aggressive and that, maybe they can hire a therapist out of it all.
That's why Kai left y'all.
Rakai, man, we need you to... I could hire a therapist, brother. Maybe we have a sit down. Maybe you have a sit down. I can get it for you. What's going on, man? Everything I've seen your... Rakai, I saw your social security number on Twitter yesterday, bro. With your address and your full bank statements and everything from this guy who... I couldn't understand. It wasn't in English.
Now, this is probably around the time in any Rakai story where people are saying, hey, how come everybody else on the internet is holding him accountable, talking about his actions, saying that these are bad, etc., but the people in his life are not? Are the people in his life going to hold him accountable? Even Mari questions that while she continues down her reaction about the whole situation.
Hopefully the people around him can stop enabling him. I'm not too sure about what happens behind the scenes in that regard, but people need to hold him accountable for his behavior. He's not a 500 viewer streamer. He doesn't have a small community. He has 20,000 people to like 15,000 people watching him. This is not... You have to be some type of a role model. You can be a character, cool, whatnot, and act crazy, but you just have to like pick and choose and know what's right from wrong when you address certain situations and just like how you move, bro.
But the reality is, and I think this is safe to say, when you look at the people surrounding Rakai, it kind of makes sense as to why he would act the way that he acts.
They play with this like the fuck? Go baby, just dick that ass. A lot of these want... Hold on. Let me get a piece. What's right here? Yo, real nigga shit, a lot of y'all niggas want to be the Clovers, gang.
Y'all gotta stop, bro. We're not giving our applications.
Look, PR.
No, let me say something quick. A lot of y'all niggas is trying to beat us. Like, nobody gives a fuck about you. Stop talking about us. We don't like.
And to be fair, and this is what I've been wanting to talk about this entire time, this unspoken thing about streaming culture and streaming nature and content creation on this side of the internet, is that it enables this type of behavior, full stop. This is what people find entertaining. Now, you may not agree with this section and portion of entertainment. I'm not talking directly to Mars specifically, but I'm talking to the greater community at large, from the creators on down to the audience. You may not like this specific person saying or doing these things, or that specific person saying or doing these things, but you most likely turn a blind eye to when your favorites do something of the same sort or similar line, or conveniently forget when they were 16 or 17 years old doing some of the same actions that Rakai does. This is the same community that will watch somebody spiral down a hill but only criticize when they hit rock bottom, right? They're watching the descension time and time again, but only when they get to the bottom and are laying flat on their back as a creator and looking up at the sky will they hover over them and say, yeah, this is messed up. Somebody should help them. Why did you never stop them at some point while they were rolling down the hill? I think about so many instances of this, but one that sticks out for me right now in this moment, for whatever the case may be, is when Ludwig had his friend on last year with the Berio Kart stream. He knew that man had a drinking problem. He knew that man was very touchy-feely and handsy and all these other things, yet he still invited him on stream. And his audience still rocked with him being on stream. But only to the backlash did people in the community start saying, you know what, we've got to do something. Buddy, he was 36. He developed a drinking problem throughout his whole life. You should have been stopped it. Not that I'm saying what Rakai did is valid, but a response by crashing out to a bunch of different people involved in the party of the discourse that you're involved with is a normal reaction for streaming and streaming culture. Calling people out their names, being racist, being misogynistic, being homophobic, all these things, homophobic.
What?
All these things are things that are baked in and ingrained in the culture. Enabling these things is also baked in and ingrained in the culture to a certain extent. If it wasn't, your favorite streamer would have been canceled a long time ago, because for what it's worth, your favorite streamer probably has a badder track record than Rakai.
Speed wasn't this bad. What? Nigga, are you serious? Did you ever watch Speed when he was younger? Did you hear the things he was saying? I don't think you heard the things he was saying. Rakai calling her a bitch compared to the shit that Speed was saying is literally nothing, bro. Like, Speed was supposed to have been out of here with the shit that he was saying.
He's
with the jokes that he was making. Even though it was literally a joke, like, it's still like something you just don't say. Like, it's just fucked up. It's just like, bro, you just don't say these things.
But I'm sure Speed was getting backlash as well. You know, not everybody was just okay with it and haha, everybody thinks this is funny. Like, no, niggas were calling him out for sure. The same way.
You don't do these things, but you get older and you learn from it, bro.
You could have probably called this from a mile away, but friend of the show, Dante, is absolutely correct. And it's probably because he was there when things were happening, but the correlation and connection between iShowSpeed and Rakai honestly does Rakai a disservice. The stuff that iShowSpeed was saying was insane. And I'm going to tell you how insane it was for those that may have not been here for that moment. Anytime anybody has ever referenced these things, whether it be in passing by or in commentary channels, you've never seen a video of these things. These videos, for the most part, have been buried. People only bring it up like 96 Freaknik or the pandemic. No footage, just memories in people's heads, because it's actually something that will probably get the video demonetized or maybe your channel potentially clapped if you played that content. It's the reason why Speed isn't on Twitch and other platforms.
I remember I reacted to him on Patreon. I was like, what the fuck is this? Because somebody requested that I watch him, and I was like, this little boy is ridiculous.
Well, to be quite honest with you, because he was banned for a long time. I say all that to say, I definitely condemn the actions of Rakai, full stop, but I condemn those actions. While you do have to give him time to pick a path in which to go down, either that's going to be the reputation rebuilding path of himself or other streamers, or it's going to be the path of the Dean the Greats, the Jack Dohertys, and whoever else that continues to crash out and lash out as adults. The only thing that we can say is that time will tell, and you as an individual will move accordingly in regards to him. But the reality is that we exist in an environment in which streaming basically enables and has made Rakai. Not saying that there's not other factors involved, but part of the reason why he is so successful, just as others around him are so successful, is because they call women bitches, is because they lash out like this, is because they do borderline homoerotic things and then also are homophobic at the same time. That's the reason why they are so successful. Let's not pick and choose when we want to cut it off at the legs. Let's be consistent across the board. And let's also give people time to find themselves. Lord knows, if y'all saw 17, 16-year-old Omar, y'all would not be watching me. It's not that crazy. Please, let me, I just wore ridiculous sweaters. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I don't agree with Omizi here at all. It seems like he was caping for him really heavily. And once again, in the other vid that I reacted to a couple days ago, which, like I said, I'm gonna put that up today as well, I was for sure against the racism that Rakai was experiencing and being like, y'all mad because he was like being annoying and, you know, rubbing in people's face that they lost. Like, I'm like, y'all are doing too much. That doesn't warrant, you know, calling him the N-word and monkeys and attacking him in such a, you know, racially charged manner. I didn't agree with that, and I stand behind that 1000%. But this also is wrong, and I think we should also call this out. So he's saying that we should be, you know, consistent. Well, yeah, let's be consistent with calling out bad behavior. This was disgusting. He didn't need to talk to her like this. Like, what the fuck? She didn't even say nothing crazy to him. It just seems like he wanted to get his sexism off and just wants to call a woman a bitch and bring up some dicks. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, nah, this is not cool. So yeah, I can't defend him in this case whatsoever. I'm not. And I definitely agree with Mari saying that we can't use his age as an excuse when it comes to shit like this. It can be used as an explanation when he's being annoying and immature. So that's when I bring it up. Like, I mean, he's a kid. Of course he's gonna be stupid and annoying. But with this disrespect and like degrading people to this degree, it's like, nah, this needs to be reprimanded. Like, we need to call this out. Like, this isn't cool. Especially like she said, he has a really big following. Like, we should definitely call it out. So he's wrong 1000%. Gross. This was just gross behavior. I hope his mom corrects him, because girl, you can't just say encouraging words and leave it at that. Are we watching his behavior? You gonna call that out? Like, what's up? Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think though, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.